So, welcome to another episode of,
We Make Love in the Kitchen.
and yes, we are making love, but not in the kitchen. So, here today, we're going to talk about, take it over, Lovey.
Challenges people face when dating over 50.
Yes, challenges.
Yeah, so I want to start with, because we don't know, a lot of people are over 50, are in different phases of entering the dating market.
Gotcha.
And so forth. So I want to start from the beginning.
Okay.
Meaning, setting up the profile.
Oh,
How did you feel? Even before you set up your profile, how did you feel about re-entering the dating market?
good question. Okay, so for me, I was afraid that I was out of date. I wasn't aware of what was going on in the world now
Okay.
or then. So I said, you know what? Look, let me go online or, just do a Google search. And I did a Google search and I found some information about like dating protocols, some of the stuff that I learned way back in the day, which is meeting in public places, and setting things up in such a way that you put your best foot forward without giving away your whole life. Because it's kind of hard to say, I'm a good person, and the person, it's kind of...
They have no idea.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, actions speak louder than words.
Correct.
To try to get to the right place. So for me, it was a matter of, okay, learn what you can based on what's going on out there. Take tips from, do online tips, and then, or mix that with a little bit of what you're most comfortable with.
Correct.
So that's how I went about it. I did my research. I meshed that with what I felt that I could do because I didn't want to go crazy. And here I am, then I made a decision about what to put out there.
Okay. For me, yes, I did my research. And from the research that I did, I was excited in the process. I wasn't afraid. Reason being because I was just looking for one woman. So, and I just had faith. Now, I didn't know how long it will take. What was out there as it relates to online dating, because that was the route that I was going to take. Online dating. So I knew that it would be a learning curve, just like anything in life when you're starting something new.
Yeah.
But I just had faith in the process that I would find my lady. How long it will take, that I didn't know. Okay. But I just was excited because I saw it as something new. I didn't see it as something that I should be afraid of.
Okay. Positive.
I just had a positive attitude that regardless of the time that it will take, the outcome will be in my favor.
Okay.
So, and again, not being out of the dating market for over 35 years, but what I had, and the reason why I wasn't afraid, another part of it, because I had a life experience of 55 years.
Okay.
Where I was looking for someone who was in my age group. So I knew meeting the right person, we would have a lot in common. Then meeting someone, I'm 55, the person is 30. So
so you weren't trying to make more children?
No.
Okay, then.
No,
because
that wasn't.
The premise is that,
yes.
Well, obviously a man could have children up until he's 90 years old?
Oh, yes.
He continues to produce the things necessary
Yes. But yes,
physically
it was more
of children.
companionship, to be with someone.
Gotcha.
I wanted someone to grow old with and experience life with. So that I just wasn't afraid of the process. Yes, it was new, but I was not afraid.
All right, then. So that's nice. So the second area to cover in terms of the challenges we face when you're dating over 50.
Yes.
Yay. It's true. Okay, you said the pool feels smaller, but that also means people are more intentional. What pool are you talking about?
But I think the pool is the dating pool.
Oh, because of the age.
Because of the age and because of what you're looking for. I was looking for someone between 49 and 50.
Okay.
I'm looking for a Black woman. So
small.
yeah.
So 49, from 49
to 60, sorry. 49 to 60.
So you were willing to go a couple of years older than yourself? Okay.
Yes.
Depending on...
Grant you, yes, if the person is healthy and in shape, fit and in shape.
Yeah.
So yes, I was willing to go to, because at the time that person would be 5 years older than me. I was looking at the age of 55. So with that, and then you have the age.
So, okay, 49 to 60.
49 to 60. Pretty much
Black. So, yeah, narrows it down.
It narrows it down.
Even further.
True.
And what other criteria did you have that narrowed down this pool?
Well, definitely someone that's in good health. So it will,
good health. So it had to be
someone
we had the right age,
yeah.
right race, fit.
Yes. Money was not an issue for me.
But
to relate.
If money came up in terms of the lady bringing up your money or your lack thereof money, would that then narrow your pool? So for you, it's...
Yes, because part of my search was and I was able to tell for the most part the way some women set up their profile.
Okay.
And they were, I want to travel here. I've been traveling. I traveled to this country. So that was an indication to me, bypass, because she wants to continue that lifestyle and it will require money. So the man now that's coming into her life, I went to this country, I did this, I did that. So that would be her focus. And most women, they would tell on themselves in the profile, so that will let me know, okay, you are high maintenance to me. Because you put it out there that I want to travel, do this and do that. Not that there's nothing wrong with that, but you kind of put it out there. You're telling on yourself that if the man coming to my life, he has to be able to keep up with me.
Yes. All right.
So that I use that as, okay.
As a way to weed out the people that you wouldn't feel that you're compatible with.
Correct.
Okay.
Not that, because we will travel.
Yes.
But it's not a criteria for the relationship. And I think some women do that. Like, no, I want to travel. And I was like, okay, if that's what you want to do, if that's a priority for you, then that's not a priority for me initially.
Okay.
As it pertains to building the relationship.
Okay. Well, for me, the pool being smaller, so to speak, for me, it was, my requirements were, at the time I looked, I was 50. So I said my age range was 45 to, I think I put as far as 60, because my ex was 10 years older than me. So I did a 45 to 60. So that was, for me, 45 to 60. I never cared about the money the person made. I figured once we started talking to each other and we met, then I would know what you did for a living. I would know, because you would let me know if you were, just out of a relationship, or you have children, or, based on where you live.
Yes.
I would within a week or two, I would know that you could take care of yourself.
Correct.
And then I don't need to be concerned about you and giving you tips on where to go to help yourself out. Not that I knew them, or, things like that. So for me, that was not an issue. Money was not an issue. I spent 10 years other than child support. I spent the past 10 years doing things financially independently. So I wasn't looking for a person to do the things for me that I was already doing for myself. So that, for me, criteria, money wasn't it. Also, in terms of health, I wanted someone that was fit.
Yes.
Also, because, at the time I was about 153 pounds. Yeah. 153 pounds. I was 5 feet 3 inches. So I knew that, if I worked really hard, I could take it down. But I also knew that I did not have the capacity without becoming a nag or a donkey's behind to get someone who was on a health journey but was struggling.
Correct.
Or someone who was, already on medicine to manage their health.
Yes.
And we're not talking about something simple. Quite frankly, what was I going to do with someone that was already ill other than nag them into being in shape? And that's an irritant. That's not a blessing.
Yes, because that's a burden to come into someone's life and you have a disease that person who now enters into your life, you're putting a burden on that person. You really are. You're putting a burden on that person, especially if the other person is health conscious and they're now trying to break you out of your routine of not eating right, not exercising, and being in a relationship with someone like that. That is not fair.
Exactly.
So the health part is more important to me than the money part, because the money part, you could build, you could grow your money.
Yeah.
And first of all, you're living apart separately. So everyone should be able to some degree, manage their own finance as it relates to paying bills and so forth. But the health part will manifest itself very quickly. That if that person is sick, I can't go out because I need to, I got to go for this treatment, I have to take this medication, it makes me moody. It affects it will show up much quicker than any money issue will.
So health will have a negative impact on the relationship if the person or if the relationship started from the day you met with someone who is dependent on a medicine and is still figuring out how to manage it, and that medicine or that dis-ease is limiting what they can do.
Yes, correct.
There you go. Whereas if you make 50 G's a year and you get to take home 30 of it, but you only use up 20, that's $10,000 a year that you have at your disposal to invest.
Yes.
That's good. Anyway, so next issue to cover is that many people over 50 struggle with dating apps, ghosting, or shallow matches.
Yes.
Okay, well, my baby came up with that one, so he's going to have to explain the shallow matches.
So,
going backwards, what does that mean?
Okay, so I'm going to leave the shallow, but I'm going to cover the dating apps in this way.
Okay, then go ahead, babe.
So when I set up my profile, or in the process of me setting up my profile, I didn't have any pictures of myself.
You mean at the very beginning?
At the very beginning, no current pictures. And I was like, because I did not take pictures of myself. So I was like, okay, I have to get some pictures of myself. I didn't take selfies.
That's all I'm going to do.
Any of those things.
I'm just going to sit here.
And I was like, okay, what kind of picture should I take? So I said, I ride my bike, I go walking and so forth. So I say, that would be the best thing to do. Take pictures of an activity I like doing. I took pictures also when I was at the gym. But Prior to that, I had no pictures of myself that was worthy of me putting up on Black People's Meet and said, this is me. I had no pictures. So, but the reason why I mentioned that, because that could be, a lot of people could be in that position. They just don't, they're not of this generation. Some people, they may not even have a smartphone.
Okay, so
A lot of people have flip phones. So it
the
varies.
age, if
It
we're
varies,
looking
yeah.
at 50 to say 70, 75, right?
Yes.
Goldens want to meet people too.
Correct.
So if you don't have a smartphone, then you find some, if you
You have to find a family, take pictures of you.
Take a picture of you and use that picture. Because to get online, you need access to some machinery.
Yes.
And actually, even if you don't do it, I think that on many of the computers that you will use to get online, those computers have cameras in them, and you can actually take a picture of yourself and post it. So you don't necessarily need the smartphone, but smartphone is convenient for when you want to quickly answer those messages.
Correct.
But let's assume the people that are getting whatever means you use to access the internet to get online, that same means you can use to take your picture. So the tip is get an updated photo.
Yes, that is
Someone
very
doesn't want a
important.
photo of me. Listen, I had guns of steel when I was 30, 35, 40.
Yes.
42 came and I was like, guns of who? It was like guns of flab. So no one wants to see my banging body with like slim. No one wants to see me at 122 pounds, 5'3", 115 pounds, 5'3", when I really was 153 pounds at 5'3". No one wants to see the old pictures. I
agree.
No one wants to see my hair cut when I actually had, prior to COVID, I had hair this short. It might have been a quarter to a half inch high, an afro. So I had short hair. Now the thing is, I got my Jamaican flag wrapped up in here.
Yes.
So this is a 5-year-old hair. This is a 5-year-old length of hair right now. I've been growing. All mine in all its glory and roughness. All right, so that being said,
Yes.
current. So the man he might like that short do. Don't post it if that's not what you look like. The man may like to run his finger through some hair. If you got a baldy, don't post no old pictures with your hair.
I think
Don't post the pictures with you with the African weaves when you don't have it, or your wigs, or what. Don't post things of your old time that look, the wrinkles are there. Laugh lines are there. The person will meet me or see me in a restaurant and go, oh, she's Black and she kind of maybe the cheekbones match. And that's all that stayed the same in the past 30 years.
Yes.
Okay, so no fake outs, right?
Yeah, I think that's really important.
Is that what you mean by the shallow matches?
Yeah.
Where people will do all the, what do you call the special effects?
Yeah, the filters and so forth. But yes, and I met someone that used a younger picture.
Oh, no.
And then you meet the person, and still you want to be nice, you want to be respectful.
But did you recognize the person even though they had used a younger picture to catch you like bait?
I recognized the person.
Oh, thank
but
goodness.
It was an immediate turn off.
Oh, you mean the person was looking very healthy in their bait and then they switched it out?
Yes.
Oh, no.
The picture didn't match the person. So it was a younger, slimmer version.
A more eye-catching version.
Yes. So that you have to be aware of. And you still have to handle it with some degree of grace and respect. Another thing is the ghosting.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that's also, you can be communicating with someone for a period of time and then
poof.
poof, they stop communicating with you. So the way I looked at anything like that, it was, well, that's her loss. Because you remember, my initially, my goal is just to find one woman. And the internet exposed you to thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions of women. And again, this depends on the radius. I was working in a 50-mile radius, but it just exposed you to a variety of women that's also looking. You're looking, they're looking. You just have to be patient to find the right one.
Gotcha.
So yes, when you are communicating with someone and they just ghost you, yes, you will have an emotional response to it because it's natural. Like, I was just talking to the person. So that's new. That feeling is new of just someone just ghosting you, but it's okay, her loss, let me move on. So that part of it, that's why I was excited about the process because I knew I would learn from it.
Okay.
But that was my approach, not to look at every rejection and take it personally.
Okay.
I was like, okay, yes, okay, I'm learning from this. How do I now control this feeling that I'm having of someone just ghosting you?
Yeah.
Don't personalize it.
Gotcha.
Move on to the next.
That's true.
So that was
more time to cast that was further.
That was my approach as it relates to the dating app, the ghosting, and then seeing a picture, because the picture is very deceptive in the sense that the picture is telling you a story and your brain is going to process what you see and you're going to like it, like what you're seeing.
Yes, that's why you put your best forward. My dress where I put my best hip forward.
There you go. But you meet the person and then it doesn't match. So that's where a lot of people don't do it, because especially for a man is very visual.
Yeah.
So when you meet the person, the picture is up here, you're down here, and our brains, it's not matching. Done.
Okay. It's a write-off.
It's a wrap.
All right.
So
then.
that's important. And just be honest.
Be honest and stay up front with no, you could do a bait and switch. Because just imagine the person could sit down, finish the date with you.
Yeah.
Discover that, okay, I got you. She may have broken her ankle and then she gained 10 pounds because she couldn't exercise. Okay, give her a chance to work that out. She's on her way back, whatever the case is. But if you do a bait and switch, then all the person sees you as a dishonest heifer.
Yes. And especially being over
or
50.
For a dude.
Yes, especially being over 50. And you want to find your person as quickly as possible.
Not wasting time.
You just don't want to waste time. So don't play the games where you're not 16 anymore, where you're not 16 or in your early 20s where you could do that. Put your best foot forward.
Got you.
But show the true you, and the person will find you, or you will find them.
Hey. Anyway, so let's go on to the next one.
Yes.
Some want marriage, some want companionship.
Yes.
Some want sex.
True. All of the above.
There you go.
So, okay.
So for me, dating, I figured good with marriage. I'm okay with marriage eventually. I'm okay with, obviously, the companionship comes before that because you have to get to know each other. Right. I'm good with that. And if we end up just being people who are, great buds, and sex is important. But like I said previously, I was afraid that I'd have to be like standing on my head, tweaking and twerking. I might have to swing on a pole to impress the dudes out there, because it seemed like every gentleman around my age wanted somebody that was capable of doing acrobatic feats in the bedroom. That's not me anymore. I don't have that kind of stamina, backbone, or skill. I don't think I was ever going to qualify for Cirque du Soleil. So that being the case, I said, guess this person's just going to have to understand this is a 50-year-old person. In my head, I might be 25 on the beaches of Barbados in my two-piece, but in reality, I'm in that little one-piece. Or I'm in the tankini or the tankini with the shorts. There's no bikini here. So now that I'm a little more conservative,
Yes.
because I've got more curves to conserve,
Agree?
I had to say to myself, I'm open for marriage. Love the companionship. Oh my gosh.
Yes.
I love this companion here. Anyway, but the sex did make me feel, okay, I need to gauge this person. I need to figure out what they want. And I'll just say as a sidebar for us, I liked what I saw. And I was like, okay, I can't wait to find out what we could do together. Now we're making love in the kitchen.
There you go.
All right, babe. What was your take on the marriage and companionship and sex? Because that's important.
Yes. So
even though maybe some people thought, you go 40 and everything is dead down south.
So marriage.
Yes, sir.
So I'll start with the marriage. Coming out of a 21-year marriage, I was not set on marriage, especially marriage. Yes, but especially marriage according to the state.
Yes, okay.
Because my view on marriage is more the marriage of the scriptures.
Gotcha.
Than the marriage of the state. Reason being, the marriage of the state, you have no, like when in the process of divorce, you really find out that the state has the authority over your marriage. The state could decide, okay, what asset did you accumulate during the marriage? It's going to be divided. Okay, the children are going to go with the mother. She becomes primary. So you realize that in the process of a divorce, you have to go to the state to finalize everything. So, and then you realize that they have control over the children and what parent become the primary, who's given primary custody and all of those things. So, but I'm not against marriage.
You need, once you get legally married with the state, right? You need permission to divorce the way you want to divorce. Correct. Or break up your relationship the way you want to. And you need permission to see your child.
Yes.
Okay.
So I did not like that process because it showed me I really don't have control.
Gotcha.
So that's what turned me off against marriage according to the state. But I believe in marriage. But the marriage that's in the scriptures, because that marriage is honorable. Yeah. A woman can't say, well, I don't want to be married anymore. I want to leave. No, there's no divorce. Not that anyone is following that today, but there's really no divorce. Whatever trials and two things will break the marriage.
Yes,
that's
sir.
According to the scriptures: adultery and death.
Okay.
So, those are the two things where the marriage is broken. But outside of that, you work it out.
Okay.
You stick it through and you work it out. So that's because marriage to me, when you make a commitment, you make the commitment. And a lot of people, they say, whoops, I want marriage. No, once you make that oath, you don't break the oath.
Which is why when we were talking to each other. You said, once we've decided to go forward,
Yes.
once we met each other and we decide to go forward, there's no going back.
Correct.
And I was like, wow, this,
Correct.
and he wasn't just talking the talk, he was walking the walk too. And 2 years later, and I'm no angel. I've got idiosyncrasies. I've got crazy is what I call it. Now, I'm not insane, but I have some things that are like...
Yes, but the oath supersedes, the oath is the marriage. You don't break the oath.
You just work through things.
You work through things. So people say, well, get married according to the state. And then 2 years later, oh, I'm getting a divorce, 5 years. No, you don't break the oath.
Gotcha.
The oath supersedes your feelings that you may have in the moment. The only two things that breaks the marriage, according to the scripture, is adultery and death.
Okay, so here we
go. So that's what I believe in.
So you're stuck with me.
Yes.
And I'm stuck with you.
Because we made an oath with each other.
That's right.
So
I've got your stuff here and you got my stuff here.
There you go.
So we're holding each other's stuff.
What are you holding?
Stuff.
Yes. You better not say
politically correct stuff.
So that's marriage. Okay. The next thing is
go ahead.
Companionship, which kind of, for me, it falls under marriage because, well, it falls under the commitment and the oath that we agree that we are in a long-term relationship and we're not going to cheat on each other.
Yes.
That's the agreement. That's the bond. That's the covenant. I don't break it because once I give my word, there's no need, there's no other woman that I need to be with because my oath seals it.
Yes.
My feelings will never supersede my oath because my oath is no. I made an agreement. So a lot of people, even if you get married by the state, a lot of people don't honor the oath. It's like, oh, I could just break it anytime. Yes. Oh, we've been together for so many years. You made an oath. So people don't honor the oath.
Yes.
They put their feelings above it. So under that companionship now, I want to be with you until death, right? You better stop. Until death, because...
Your voice got deep, just saying. Anyway, go ahead, baby.
So that's part of now the companionship, because I'm now settled and I'm secure. I got my lady. I don't need to look for another. I don't need to be with another. I don't need to seek companionship with another. I need to now for us to build. Right now, we are apart as it pertains to living, but eventually I want us to be under one roof. And then we're going to continue to learn each other and nurture the relationship, because that's the work part.
Yes.
That's the work part.
We're still in the honeymoon phase. We're still in the I'm still in the phase.
Yes.
And then comes the serious work.
So the next part was sex. So so the discussion that we had at the beginning, because sex is important to me and sex is important to both of us. I work out. Prior to the 4 years being alone, I've always taken care of my body. And especially, as my body is aging, I was mindful of that. So sex is important to me, and it's important that I take care of my body and do my part. So in the beginning, when we were talking for those 2 weeks, I said to you that your body is my body. My body is your body. And I want full access to your body. And you will have full access to my body. So that was my approach in letting you know, no, we are going to take care of each other as it pertains to sexually. You're not going to deny me of sex. I'm not going to deny you of sex. We are not going to use it as a weapon.
I feel a headache coming on.
I will take care of that.
I
will take care of that later.
I have a migraine.
Yes.
But I'm just gonna relax.
But that's that's vital for a relationship. And we had that discussion because that's part of a relationship. Yes. So are you feeling better, baby?
That migraine just came on so suddenly.
It came on so suddenly?
I think it's gonna have a terrible effect on
my
mood.
It is changing.
It's changing my mind.
I will give you a full body massage later. I know you enjoy
I don't think that would work with a migraine. I don't think. I might need synthetic drugs.
Yes. We'll figure something out. But that was very important that we had that discussion as well, because you want to go into the relationship, and because based on past experience as a man, you want to go into the experience with someone who is not going to withhold sex. Or weaponize sex in the relationship.
Unless there's something physically wrong.
Correct.
A mental thing, stress, whatever, real things that you're well aware of. I'm not going to just suddenly say, you know what? I've been trying to take care of this all day by myself, but I'm just going to let you know, baby, don't ask for nothing tonight. Ain't nothing happening tonight. I got a headache, okay? Don't ask for nothing. I had a bad day at work. Don't ask me for nothing. Don't ask for sugar honey iced tea. I had a bad day at work. I have work to do tomorrow. Don't stress me. I need to wake up early. Don't ask for nothing.
Yes.
That was me to do that.
Yes. So that was established very early in the beginning, that because again, we're in our 50s. I don't want to play games. I'm not here to play games. You want to be
swinging from chandeliers?
Hey.
You want to be tired?
Well, we could bring the chandeliers down to the ground and
bust up a hip and can't.
Yes.
Not at my age. I want to enjoy my retirement in 5 years. I don't want to be like, hip problems.
Yes, but yes, dealing with the sex. Yeah, yes. Dealing with the sex part it was very important, and we were open and we were direct, and I think that's part of the mature part. You're in your 50s. You don't have time to play games, but be direct and find out.
I should have gone to the players playbook, players handbook on how to deny sex, or just rent. It's not happening. And I was like, I'm too old for this. I give us. You could have it once a month.
No, not happening.
Oh, you know what? To be honest, and I mentioned this before, we don't have the same responsibilities that couples have, day to day. We don't live together. Yeah. So we're not running home to cook or, each one not cooking for the other. Cooking is not the thing. We don't have to do laundry for each other. We're not doing some of the things that a couple together does. Let's not. But all I'm saying is, if we had the same things on our plates and we had the same amount of time that most people had, then our outlook, like the way we do things right now, might be something that's beneficial to people, but because we do not live together, we don't have the same strains and stresses on our relationship because we're not right on top of each other.
Yes, but I'll push back in that.
Go ahead. What's your pushback, baby?
that it's how you structure your life. So if we were living together, right?
Yes, sir.
If we were living together, if we had children and so forth, it's how you structure your life in the house.
Mm-hmm.
The children go to bed at a certain time.
Mm-hmm.
You have to make time, because if you ignore that part of the relationship, because you are technically neglecting each other
Yes.
to fulfill housely duties or taking care of the children. No. Children, bedtime, 7 o'clock. Mommy and daddy will finish up cleaning up by 8:30, 9 o'clock. It's our time. You could structure your life. So regardless of how you have children, you're all under the same roof. That's where you work in the relationship and you realize, okay, this is how our life is.
Mm-hmm.
The children are up 9, 10 o'clock. When do the parents get time to be with each other? No. Put the children to bed at an early time. By the time you have older children, let them help you clean up around the house. Bedtime, 7 o'clock. 8 o'clock, you finish doing whatever you have to do. Time for you to spend together as a couple. So regardless of the situation, it's how the couple decide, we are never going to let life keep us apart. And eventually we go months without being intimate with each other. So regardless of the circumstance, because that's where the work comes in the relationship, regardless of the situation, nothing is supposed to break that bond. And that's also a part of the scripture. That's also a part of marriage in the scripture, that the wife does. That's why I said what I said from the beginning. Your body is my body. My body is your body. We are not supposed to deny each other of sex. So
I don't think you quite explained it to me like that.
I know. It was not.
It wasn't in writing that,
Yes.
if I come over and grab your bald head, that you got to stop what you're doing and take care of business. And if you come over here and grab me by my hair, I'll be like, okay, baby, I'll be right over. Just let me finish dotting this last T on this chart I have to make for work.
Yeah. But in looking at the way we are, we make sex a priority for our relationship. Or just being intimate with each other or spending time with each other. It doesn't necessarily have to be.
It's a struggle.
Yes.
It's a struggle. Let's move on to something else.
Yes.
It's a struggle over here.
Yes.
I live the struggle life.
You're bad.
Next one.
Honor
your past, but don't let it steal your present. What do you mean by that?
Well, that's bringing baggage from past relationship into...
Man, I got a suitcase, I got a grip, I got a trunk. You mean I can't bring all that here?
No, you could learn from the past.
Okay, gotcha.
But the past relationship with the previous person, because we're both meeting each other in our 50s, so we both have a past. So we both have children, so we both have...
Oh, yes, that's true.
Right? So...
No, I wasn't a 50-year-old virgin.
Yes. So, in saying that, you're looking for someone new. You're looking for companionship. You're looking for, especially you in your 50s, for someone that you're at the stage in your life that you want to, the person that you want to be with, you want to spend decades with them.
Yes.
So you are mindful, okay, this is what I've experienced in the past. I'm older and I'm wiser, I should, at this stage in my life, know how to pick the right person to get into a relationship with and build and nurture that relationship, because you don't have the time
Okay.
to be trying this person, that person. No. Pick the right person. That may take some time, or
Yes.
could be a month, 2 months, a year. Pick the right person and then work on building that relationship. But you can't bring anything from the past, because no one is going to tolerate that.
Yeah. You're dealing with a person that's different from the person you have in the
Correct.
past. Your
Correct.
past relationship is just that.
Yep.
And this person is different. So you give that person, you give the person grace, you give the person time, you give the person the clean slate they deserve, instead of saying, well, all of, Tyrone and Tyreek, and Terrence that I dated in the past have done me wrong. So I'm just going to be on my guard in case, Professor over here, hello, Professor X, in case Professor over here is going to do the same thing. So I'm watching for these 5 things. See, I can't count. Lost my mind. So these 5 things that I'm looking for, he got to be 666. He got to make 6 figures or more. So if he ain't making 100,000 or over that, I can't talk to him. Mind you, I myself might be making 50 G's, but that man better make his 6 figures or more. Better be 6 feet tall or taller. Better have a 6-pack. I might be a butterball, but he better be a 6-pack.
There you go.
I might have wrinkles, but he better come. So here I am with some standards that even I can't meet.
There you go.
Okay, just saying. And that being the case, why didn't it work out with Tyrone? Why are you trying to bring your quality, the qualifications you didn't even use for Tyrone? Why are you using it with me? Right?
Good.
Okay, then. So for me, it was simply, I also had to, you let me know that you are an individual.
Yes.
Not anybody else, and you will prove yourself through time and through your deeds.
Correct.
You're going to say what you say, and I will have to watch your deeds over time to see if what you said to me one time backs up, because your deeds will be repeated, and the time that I give you, I should see those good deeds repeated, and not wait for you to just say the same thing over and over again, but then their actions don't match.
Correct.
So yes, after 2 years, I find that your actions match your
Thank you, my love.
words. And I am glad
All right.
that I didn't come with a bunch of prerequisites, but my thing was simple. I like honesty, but don't be cruel with it.
Yeah.
If I'm going down the wrong path, I want you to snatch me up real quick and say, hey, hold up, there's a fast car coming, you're going to get hit. But don't go, yo, what are you? You stupid? You didn't see that car coming? Yeah. No, be polite. And basically my father did not lie to me about the ills of the world. He was just polite about it.
Yes.
And there are times when he wasn't, but I got it. I understand why he couldn't be, because I was trying to be cute, and he was like, no, this is how I'm going to tell it to you.
Yes.
Don't be bossy. Right? Don't be stupid. So that's what I use.
Okay.
Now we got to the last piece, which is love requires risk, even later in life. I took a risk on him.
Yes.
He took a lot of risk on me. So I would say that I didn't really, I'm just being funny. I really didn't take a risk on you per se, but I took a risk that I might get hurt
Yes.
just to be out there in the dating world, that I might get hurt, really get involved with someone and get hurt when it was over. Or meeting someone who was just rude and crude, because that's one of the reasons why I was glad that I just put out my pictures. I let you know there was no makeup, I might have had a lip gloss. I might have had a little foundation that made my skin look a little, all the age spots and stuff weren't there so much, but I didn't put on a full cake of makeup because I wanted and I had my natural hair.
Yes.
I wanted someone to see exactly what they were getting. Like, my nose is, I'm full out African. There's very little European going on here about me to soften up any features. I am what I am. And this is what you're getting. I paid a lot of money for my smile, though. They're a great smile. And that's about it.
Yes. So, yeah, I think putting yourself out there later in life, it's not easy. And yes, you're older, you're wiser, and you don't want to open your heart and get hurt. So that's always a risk, but it's a part of the process, because no one is guaranteed that you're going to find that person. But you have to look, especially if you want companionship. You have to look, and you have to have a positive attitude, regardless of how long the process is going to take. Because for myself, I was just looking for one person, and I knew I will find that one person that I can connect with. That was just my mindset. So I never kind of fed into what was happening in the dating market. Because you're entering into a space where both male and female are looking. So yes, you will hear a lot of negative comments about online dating.
Oh, yes.
But remember, if you're just looking for one person, you're just looking for one person.
Yeah.
And you're more than likely to meet someone who is nice, who you could communicate with.
Yes.
Who is respectable.
Yes.
Granted, you may not get in a relationship with that person, but you never know what it may lead to.
Yeah.
So I just was never doubtful or afraid because of how the dating market was. So you have to put yourself out there, because if you don't, you're just going to be alone.
Yeah.
So
when you talked about folk looking for one person. So when I was on Black People Meets, there were white people there. So, and I was like, why? And then I realized there might be white men who like Black women.
Yes.
So that's where they would meet them. So I befriended and I was chatting with a white guy. And then there was one or two Spanish guys, Caribbean, American. I talked
That's
on
communicated
texted.
with, yes.
Yeah, communicated.
Yeah.
Because it was all those messages within the platform.
Correct.
And I communicated with a guy that was a chef and all that kind of stuff. So I communicated with a lot of people, or said hello, press the button, whatever those things are that you need to do to show interest.
Yes.
And people communicated, they responded to me, and then we were able to go back and forth and figure out if this is something that, including you, figure out if there's a next step.
Yes.
And some couple people were just too far to deal with, and I'm like, oh wow, you're further than I would even bother with. And then there were a couple of people where we wouldn't, based on the companionship they wanted and the sex they wanted, upfront, I'm not going to knock them because I thank God for that. There was a lot of honesty.
Yeah.
It was whether I was mature enough to accept the honesty. And I had to realize that what I asked for, I got. I want sex, I want a companion, and I want sex. Okay, I want a companion. I want to ease my way into sex. Some, that was okay. Some, not so much. So
yeah, you get a variety.
Exactly.
And you get to basically weed out.
Exactly.
What you want and what you don't want based on the people you communicate with. But I think it's just initially, it's just good to communicate because you are just learning certain skills. But my initial approach was like, write a brief sentence or two to introduce myself.
Yes.
But then I realized just say hi. Because a lot of time you're typing too much and the person don't respond. So, okay, that's okay. Hi, can we talk? And then if the person responds, then you kind of go from there and opening the line of communication. Then if you guys are communicating well, then you could proceed to talking over the phone.
Yes.
So it's a process.
Yes, it is.
But I enjoyed the process. I just enjoyed it. So I don't have a negative. Of course, in anything in life, you're going to meet certain type of people. You are going to meet them in real life. You're going to meet them online.
Yes.
And what's so good for me online, you could also choose not to communicate with them.
Yes, exactly.
Like they could go see you, say, okay, this person is not for me.
Yeah. Exactly.
And the line of communication.
At the initial stage when you're pressing, I like that person, clicking like, and they're doing that for the ladies too. They're pressing a button so they could, and then the thing tells you this person likes you, that person likes you, that person likes you. Okay, great. Or liked your picture or your profile. So then you're like, oh, hi. So you could send a message, hi. The person says, hi, how you doing? And then just like a regular conversation. Yeah. So that's what I did. Like, hi, how you doing? How was your day? Great. How did, one person's like, oh, I had a, long day at the office, I'm like, okay, great. That was easy back and forth, and it's all through just texting, messaging through the app. Yeah. So that was the best thing. And I remember meeting a guy who offered me a ride on his bicycle. So I was like, I haven't been on a bike since my brother had, my brother, he adopted me, so to speak, as his little sister when I was a freshman in college. But my brother had a buddy who had a bike, and I think his name Tyrone? Oh my God, I think his name was Tyrone, the bike. Anyway, so he had a buddy with a bike, and one night, and this is when I was living in Queens, he was like, hey, little sis, because, I was like petite. Little sis, everybody's like 6 feet taller, and I look like a shrimp. So he's like, little sis, you want to ride the bike? I was like, oh my God, I would love that. Because, my daddy would never have me riding no bicycle. So motorcycle, not a bicycle, motorcycle. So this man he had an extra helmet, got on the thing, went on the street. My God, we made it like 4 blocks. And I was like, please take me back home. I'm done. So now this guy online, I'll teach you I'll put you on my bike. You can ride my bike. And I'm like, he's offering to have me ride his bike. So I was like, that is so sweet. I said, nah, man. And then I told him the same story. I said, I've been on a bicycle like maybe 30 years ago. And I swore off bikes after that. And then he was like, no, I mean ... And then I'm like, I know what you meant. I ain't going bike ride.
Yes, you're going to meet a variety of people.
And that was fun. It was funny later on looking back on it. And then there was the guy who I thought, texting wise, everything on paper looked good. So, and then he was like, well, I don't know about all them trips. Well, okay, I'm imitating a fake American accent. He said, I don't know about all these trips that you want to go on. And I was like, oh no, these aren't trips I want to go on. And I didn't want to reveal a lot about myself yet. It was just like at the high stage. So I remember saying to this gentleman or texting to the gentleman, oh no, I've been to those places. And that's where, listen, I'm a public employee. I wasn't making a lot of money. And I saved for 2 years to purchase a ticket to travel to Barbados. So in the past 25 years, every 2 years I go. Mm-hmm. And then when I was in a bind and I had, things to see to and bills to pay, I might have waited 3 years before I went. So it wasn't like I was traveling. And I back then, tickets were so cheap, you could go to Barbados, Trinidad, and Guyana, just island hop or country hop for less than $1,000. Not anymore. So for I think my tickets were like $800.
Yeah.
And because the little darling, the daughter went with me, she was much younger. She didn't cost that much. But for $800, I get to go to 2 countries and spend like 4 weeks, 5 weeks on vacation to these islands. So I would go to Trinidad and Barbados for a little bit of money. And I stayed with family. And my daughter and I shared a bed. So we did not go and spend I went on a family vacation and stayed with family on the cheap, on a shoestring budget. And it still cost me, I still had to save 2 years to do that. So this gentleman was putting me like, oh, you travel a lot. Well, why you got to travel? I have people who live outside of the United States of America. So when I travel, instead of spending the money at a hotel, I take the money I would have spent on a hotel and I put it in the hands of my family members. And I sleep in whatever bed they got, whatever floor they got, whatever cot they have, whatever, what do they call those things? Sleeping bags. Mm-hmm. If I have to sleep in a tent, on a floor, in a bed, share a bed with 3, 4, 5 people, I don't care. I go for the experience. And I travel like shoestring.
Yes.
I stay with family and I give them money instead of giving it to the hotel. So yeah, it takes me 2 years to save up money to go home.
To help your people.
Home.
Yes.
And visit my family. So, this is what you will find. But given you gave me the time to listen.
Yes.
You gave me the time to explain why, in there I said, I like to travel because I do. But I didn't tell you how frequently, or any of those things.
Yes.
We've been together for 2 years. We've traveled outside of the country 1 time.
Yes.
We've traveled inside of the country several times, and that's good with me.
Yes.
So we will be travelers, but you don't have the schedule I have. You don't have holidays off where you be like, I could go here and there. No, it has to be properly scheduled.
Yes.
So, and those are the types of things that given time and, like you're dating over 50, when you put things on your profile, I'd say 5% of your experiences is on your profile. Mm-hmm. The other 95% and the percent that's going to be built when you meet that person is yet to be discovered.
Correct.
So anyway, that's a long, lengthy way to say when dating over 50, there are a lot of things to be aware of.
Yes.
Self-awareness is very important.
Correct.
You need to know who you are, what you look like, and what the other people see when they look at you, not what you see, not what your family sees, and definitely not what your best friend sees. Unless your best friend's really good at saying, boo, your stuff stinks. Fix it.
There you go.
My best friend's really good at that, though. She doesn't give me any false compliments. She'll let me know. Now my breast is sagging. The bra is not right. She will let me know that my dress is too short. I hope you're wearing pants underneath there. And I'm grateful for that.
Yes. All right. So I think we said a lot.
We sure did.
We sure did.
I could overshare like the moat anyway.
But we'll leave that for another show. Ladies and gentlemen, please like, subscribe, and thank you for watching
We make love
In the Kitchen.
and out of the kitchen.
There you go. Ladies and gentlemen, have a wonderful day.
Thank you.